Hello, instructions for Excel Q1 Sales Format Spreadsheet. Please open the attached workbook. First thing we'll do in this workbook is enter today's date in C3, formula, date and time, today, okay, and it'll update automatically. We have a new column that we need to add so that you have city and state. So hover over the column labeled B. It turns green and has a down arrow pointing. Click. That selects the entire column. On the Home tab, in the Cells group, click the left pointing arrow. And then in B5, type State. And then for the first one, type Massachusetts out, completely out. And then Connecticut. And then as you go to the next one, just type the first letter, lowercase 2, and it works. And then continue. And then it's chopping off the S in Massachusetts, so hover up between the boundaries and double click. Once that is complete, these are two separate objects, so just delete both of them. Now we're ready for our total sales. So if you want, you can select all the way from January to column F, and then just click out of sum. And it should be equal sum C6 through E6, C7 through E7, so that's relative cell reference. In the bonus, they're going to get an extra 5% based on their total sales. So the formula is equals F6 times the bonus, which is sitting in G3, but because it's always going to be in G3, you need to press the F4 function key so that you have $G, $3, always column G, always row 3. And then you can check and then drag that down. And you'll see the formulas are for column F, relative cell reference for both. On the bonus column, you'll see F6, F7, F8. That's relative cell reference, but the $G, $3 referring to the bonus of 5%, that's an absolute cell reference. So two different types in one formula is called a mixed cell reference. So we'll work on our total sales. That's based on column F. So select F19. And then choose the down arrow, and we want minimum. And you're going to make sure it went down too far, so only to row 17, F6 to F17. And then the same range for max. So make sure you select the right range, F6 to F17. And the same thing for the average of the total sales. Same range, F6 to F17. And if you look at the formulas, they should all be the same range. So now click in A5, and we want to put it in table format. So click in City, A5, and choose Format as Table. Select any style you'd like. It should be the range A5 to G17, and you can see the marquee flashing around it. Make sure you have a check mark on My Table Has Headers, and click OK. So I would like to sort it by state. So if I click here, I'll select Sort A to Z. So Connecticut's first, and then followed by Massachusetts. Now in the Connecticut, I'd like to have them in alphabetic order by city. If I click here and choose alphabetic order for city, you lose the state alphabetic order. So I'll put that back. How to add a secondary level. So first it sorts by state and then by city. You can go into the Home tab, over to Sort and Filter, Custom. You should see your very first one, which is to sort by state. Add a level and then tell it to sort by cities. Both of them in alphabetic order A to Z, and click OK. So the Connecticut still are first, C before M, and then you'll see them in alphabetic order. The same thing with Massachusetts. Then I just realized we never did a total row. So within a table, click Table Design, click Check for Total Row. So it puts in a total row for you. It only puts one total in the last column. So select it and use your fill handle, and you can go backwards so that all the totals are in. So I think we're ready to print. So let's check this out. File, Print. And you'll see that it goes on to a second page. So I probably would choose landscape orientation so it all fits. And then at that point, I can see that it's not centered. So I'll go into page setup. I already chose landscape. Margins, I'll center it both horizontal and vertically. Then I'll go to header footer, choose custom header. For the left section, I'll put the date. For the right, as the center section, I'll put insert file name. So it'll give me this name up here automatically. And in the right section, just type your first name. And there you have it. And that's a save and submit. Thank you.